Namaste everyone, I am your co-host Shravani ma'am. Welcome to your favorite learning channel. The topic for today's video is animal husbandry and its importance. So today in this section of the video, we would be discussing about animal husbandry. We would see how can we define the term animal husbandry. We would also see the different types of animal husbandry, the similarities between these types of animal husbandry and the differences between them. Okay. So to begin with, let's discuss about animal husbandry and see how we can define this term animal husbandry. So animal husbandry is a branch of what? Of agriculture. It is a branch of agriculture which deals with what? It deals with the breeding, it deals with feeding and the care of the domestic animal. So this branch of agriculture that deals with the breeding, feeding and taking care of domestic animals is called animal husbandry. Okay. So animal husbandry includes 4 different types. So we can represent it in this way. So animal husbandry includes cattle farming, then it would include poultry farming, okay, then it would include fish farming or fish production, and also this would include bee keeping. Okay, so these are the 4 types of animal husbandry. Okay, bee keeping. Okay, so the 4 types of animal husbandry are cattle farming, poultry farming, fish farming and bee keeping. Okay, so now let's see what are the similarities. Okay, so the similarities between different types of animal husbandry. Okay, so what are the similarities between these 4 types of animal husbandry? First similarity is that all these 4 techniques, they involve caring of the livestock. All these 4 techniques involve caring and providing protection to the livestock. Okay, so this is a similarity between all these 4 types of animal husbandry. Next similarity is it involves improvement. It involves improvement in varieties of livestock. Okay, so the techniques are performed such that the varieties of these livestock are improved. So in each of these techniques, the aim is to improve the varieties. Okay, then the next similarity is it is aimed to So these techniques are performed with an aim to obtain higher yields. Okay, so all these four techniques of animal husbandry are performed with a single aim to obtain higher yields. Okay, so this is also a similarity. Then the next similarity we can say is the techniques are performed for commercial purpose. Okay, so animal husbandry, these different types of animal husbandry that are in practice, they are formed, or these animal husbandry practices, these practices are performed for what? For commercial purposes. Okay, so this is also a similarity. Now we would discuss about the differences. Okay, so the differences between the different types of animal husbandry. Alright, so we already know that there are four different types of animal husbandry. One is the cattle farming, then there is poultry farming, then there is fish farming, and finally there is beekeeping. So now let's see what are the differences between them. So the first difference we could say that cattle farming, what is done in cattle farming? It involves the rearing of, it includes the rearing of the milch and it involves the rearing of milch and draught animals. Okay, in poultry farming, what is reared? It involves the rearing of domestic fowls. So there is rearing of domestic fowls like chickens, ducks, turkeys, etc. Okay, and in fish farming, what happens? It involves the rearing of fishes in the water bodies. Okay, then finally there is beekeeping. So it involves the rearing and maintenance. Okay, it involves the rearing and maintenance of what? Maintenance of, or we can say that it involves the rearing of what? It involves the rearing of honeybees. Okay, so there is rearing of honeybees, and it also includes the maintenance of beehives. Okay, so this is in case of beekeeping. So what is obtained from these different types of animal husbandry practices? So in case of cattle farming, there is rearing of milch and draught animals. So from milch animals, what is obtained? Milk is obtained. They are high yielding varieties of milk, okay? And from draught animals, what is served is, the purpose that is served is the field work is done by the draught animals, okay? Then in case of poultry farming, what happens? By rearing of these domestic fowls, we can obtain, what do we obtain? We obtain eggs and meat. In case of fish farming, by rearing of different varieties of fishes in water bodies, we obtain fishes for human consumption, and apart from that, fishes are good source of vitamins. We all know we also obtain fish liver oil, etc. by rearing of these fishes. Then by practicing beekeeping, where honeybees are reared, we obtain honey. We also obtain bee wax, okay? We also obtain bee wax, etc. Okay? So these are the differences between the different types of animal husbandry practices. Alright? So now let's quickly revise everything that we have covered today. So today we discussed about what is animal husbandry. We saw different types of animal husbandry. We discussed the similarities between these different types of animal husbandry, and we also discussed about the differences between them. So how do we define animal husbandry? So this animal husbandry is actually a branch of agriculture, and this branch of agriculture deals with breeding, feeding and taking care of domestic animals. Then there are 4 types of animal husbandry. One is cattle farming, next poultry farming, then fish farming and beekeeping. Okay. So then we discussed about the similarities between these different types of animal husbandry. So in all these different types of animal husbandry, there is involvement of caring and providing protection to the livestock. Then the next similarity is that these different techniques are performed with an aim for the improvement in varieties. We perform these different types of animal husbandry so as to improve the varieties of the different livestock. Like in case of cattle farming, the aim is to improve the variety of cattle. In case of poultry farming, the aim is to improve the variety of poultry, birds and so on. Okay. Then the next similarity is that in all these different types of animal husbandry, the aim is to obtain higher yields. Okay. And then fourth similarity is that all these different practices of animal husbandry are performed for the commercial purposes. Okay. Then we also discussed about the difference between different types of animal husbandry. So as we had already discussed, there are 4 different types of animal husbandry. One is cattle farming, then poultry farming, then fish farming and fourth is beekeeping. So in cattle farming, what happens? There is rearing of milch and draught animals. In poultry farming, there is rearing of domestic fowls like chickens, turkeys, ducks, etc. In fish farming, there is rearing of fishes in water bodies, and in beekeeping, there is rearing of honeybees, and it also involves the maintenance of beehives. Okay. Now by cattle farming, what happens? Here we are rearing milch and draught animals. So from milch animals we obtain milk, and from draught animal the purpose that is served is the field work is done by this draught animal. So this purpose is served by the draught animals. Then by rearing the domestic fowls, in case of poultry farming, we can obtain eggs and meat. Then We are rearing fishes in water bodies. In case of fish farming, we obtain fishes for human consumption. We also obtain fish liver oil, etc. In case of beekeeping, we rear honeybees. So the main product that we obtain from beekeeping is honey. Apart from that, we obtain many other products like bee wax, etc. Okay. So I hope you all would have got some great insights by watching today's video. Please do not forget to like and share the video. Till then, thank you for watching.